Hey guys, I know it's been forever since I made a video. July was really weird because I somehow managed to read 10 books, but also I was so busy that it went by like that. I wasn't able to participate in booktubeathon like I wanted to because I was out of town. Hopefully it'll be a little more consistent now, but I don't know because school started and I have apps and just way too much homework due. This is my second time trying to film this video because all my footage from the last try was boldly useless. So what I wanted to do here is create a sort of tag or just like make a video about recommendations because I realized a lot of the best books I've read this year are recommendations from BookTube, and I wanted to maybe put out some recommendations and then create it as a tag so that a lot of other people can get recommendations from other awesome booktubers. So I have a list of genres and then I'm gonna go through and pick a book for each genre. So the first category is romance. I don't read a lot of romance. Like, I picked categories like sort of out of random, not really taking into account what I read and what I don't read. So I think really the only romance recommendation I have, because I made a distinction between romance and rom-com, is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang. It's an adult romance. The main character is autistic, her name is Stella, and she basically wants to get lessons on how to be a good girlfriend and how to be a good, like, in bed, really. And she gets it from an escort service. And I thought it was super cute, and I fully fell in love with both of the main characters who are Asian. And yeah, it was fantastic, and I recommend The Kiss Quotient. Second category, like I said, is rom-com. My rom-com rec is and always will be When Diplomat Met Rishi by Sanya Menon. I've mentioned this book a lot. I've mentioned I met the author. This book is now signed, so I think I'm winning at life. And yeah, so this book follows Dimple and Rishi, Indian American kids. I have full reviews of this on my channel, so I'm just gonna link that up there. But yeah, this book is super cute and I fell in love with it so fast. The third category is sci-fi. Anyone who's been on this channel knows I love sci-fi, but my biggest rec has to be A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. This was actually a recommendation from BookTube. This was from Christine at Turning Pages 52. And like, by the way, she's been on hiatus for like ever because I'm pretty sure she got like married or engaged. But like, everyone should go visit her channel because it's A+ content. She's super fun and relatable. And so A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is one of the cutest, purest sci-fi novels ever. It focuses a lot on the world building, on interspecies relationships, on just like what it feels like a found family story, but just in a sci-fi setting, and it's super fun and I highly recommend it. And all of the novels in the series that she's writing explore different aspects of the world, and I just found that super fascinating. And yeah, I would highly recommend A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. The next category is contemporary, and I made this category forgetting that I read literally no contemporary, like literally none. The Hate You Give is technically in that category, but I haven't read The Hate You Give yet, which is like, I know, blasphemy. But I did buy the book and I'm going to read it, I swear to you. But yeah, I haven't read any contemporary recently. So like, The Da Vinci Code? Do the Robert Langdon books count because they're like technically suspense, but they're contemporary suspense? I'm just gonna put The Da Vinci Code by Robert Langdon. What's The Da Vinci Code by? Dan Brown. I knew that. I'm gonna put The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, but my heart's not really into it. I will read The Hate You Give and get back to you because like 100% sure it's gonna be amazing. Every booktuber ever has recommended it. And now is fantasy, which you were probably expecting right after sci-fi, but no. Because sci-fi and fantasy are two different genres, and I will die on that hill. Yeah, like, I don't know why they always insist on classifying sci-fi and fantasy the same way. It's completely different, and yeah, sometimes the vibes match up, but usually they don't. And they're two different genres, okay? There always will be. Also, I'm separating fantasy into two categories, fantasy and high fantasy. So my fantasy recommendation is The Spiderwick Chronicles by Holly Black and Tony DiZarelli. I think he just did the illustrations. But Holly Black is the author of The Cruel Prince, which, like, her fae novels are, like, amazing, right? And so I first saw that in The Spiderwick Chronicles, which they are middle grade and they're very short and they are middle grade novels, you know? But they make me so happy. They're super cute, the illustrations are beautiful, and the character building and like family bonding in them are like better than anything I've ever seen. Well, maybe not, but like when I read them for the first time, they were better than anything I've ever seen. So yeah, fantasy, I recommend The Spiderwick Chronicles. I am talking about books that I usually don't just like yell about on this channel. I'm trying to branch out a little more. So if you see books, if you see categories where like, why didn't you just recommend that one? She loves that book. It's because I'm trying to be a little more inclusive and not recommend the same books I've been doing all year. The next category is high fantasy. And I adore high fantasy. So I'm going to recommend the Queen's Thief series by Megan Welland Turner. No one talks about this series, but oh my god, it is so brilliant. Like, I can't even explain the plot to you because, like, spoilers. And there's so many twists and turns, and the main character is just the greatest. And, like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, this is high fantasy done in the perfect way. And you get world building done so subtly and magnificently through the books. You fall in love with the main character instantly, and it's so good. The last book comes out in March, and I need there to be more hype before I read it because I need to yell at someone about these books and how good they are. So yeah, everyone go read the first book in the Queen's Thief series, The Thief by Megan Welland Turner. The next category is middle grade. Again, I have gushed about middle grade forever. Anyone who's been on this channel knows I have to recommend The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale, because middle grade fantasy is so shortchanged all the time. It has some of the most creative plots, the best world building, best character-driven arcs, and just like so good. This book follows Izzy, who is a queen, and she's getting sent off to be married, and the magic system that comes into play in this book is like amazing. Like, I feel like I have other reviews of this, so I shouldn't go into too much detail, but this book has won like 7 or 8 awards. It is one of the best fantasy novels you will ever read. You'll fall in love with all the characters over the course of the 4 books, and just, it's middle grade. It shouldn't be too hard of a read. Everyone should just pick it up, please. My next recommendation is for queer fiction, which, you know, love queer fiction. I was gonna recommend Simon Versus, which was recommended to me by Sophia at Fictionalized, but instead I wanted to focus on something that's a little less known and more represents me, which is Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. The main character is a woman of color, bi and ace, and the relationship is so cute, and the main character is like fandom geeky happy, so cute, and I love being able to see myself in this book, and I think it deserves more hype, so I recommend Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. Last but not least, historical fiction. So I just finished Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wayne, and wow, that book plays some intense mind games, but it is so good, and like, I can't even explain the plot because it'll give stuff away, but the general setting is there is a girl who is a British spy for World War II, and she's captured by the Germans, and wow, how, like, the female friendship in that book, the sass and the fun, and just like the research that went into the historical setting are perfect, and I really, really liked it. So I recommend Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wayne. I want this tag to be a little more dynamic, so if you want to do this tag and you want to add a category, please feel free to do so. Like, you could add nonfiction, mythological retellings, you could split into adult and YA. So like, go and please have fun with it. I'm going to be tagging Sophia at Fictional Lives, Catherine at Catherine Grace, and Christine from Turning Pages 52 when she comes back. But seriously, anyone who wants to do it, who like thinks they want to do it actually, please do. I kind of want to spread this tag to see if it's something that people want. And also, if I did tag you, don't feel pressured, because like, it's just YouTube and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But yeah, if you want to do this tag, that's cool. I had fun giving recommendations. If you guys liked any of these books, please let me know. And yeah, that's about it. Bye, guys. Oh my god, guys, have you seen To All the Boys I've Loved Before, like the movie? Because I'm in love with them and the movie, and it's brilliant, and everyone should go watch it, because I loved the book. By the way, I feel like I haven't talked about To All the Boys I've Loved Before and how much I love it. Have I? I don't think I have. But anyways, I loved the books, I loved the movie, I adored the movie. So yeah, let me know if you read it or watched it.